There's not a CR. What it says, this is not an automatic CR. It says, for too long, I'm frustrated how this place works. People didn't have to show up for work. You couldn't be in this building. We would have to pass 1,000-page bills with no one having opportunity to read it. I hope you understand that has all changed. But what we would do is, in the past, the Democrats would wait and they'd throw an Omni, do all the work they hadn't done all year, and they'd throw it with about $1.4 trillion at us right before Christmas, told you had to pass it or you couldn't go home. You couldn't read it, you got shoved at you. No more Omnis, no more business that way. This place has changed. This was a 99-page bill. I'll get to the answer. You had 72 hours to read it. The majority, 15 pages, were just rescissions, things that we are taking back. What this does, by January 1st, encourages this body to pass all 12 appropriation bills. Don't give us an Omni. Do the job you're elected to do. And if not, a 1% cut across the board. I think it'll encourage them to do the job. Yes.
What happens between October 1st and January 1st?
You would have to pass some type of CR during that. Really? Okay, so let's see. Deeper spending cuts. Non-defense spending, you take vets out, is lower than it was in 2022. What we just proved was Democrats were here, they spent $6 trillion. They brought us inflation, everything else. They said only thing they would do is just raise the debt limit. Well, now they voted for work requirements. Now they just voted to put PAYGO on on all of our president, that he can't go create a new regulation or others without cutting before that. They now just capped spending for 1% for the next 6 years. I can think of all sorts of more bills I'm going to bring to the floor because they just said now they'd vote for it.
Happy Saturday, friends. So this is it. Congress has approved official changes to food assistance. Hunger advocates and lawmakers are now explaining what these changes will mean for the nation's most vulnerable. So if you live on SNAP benefits and are an older American, there is a chance that you will see your benefits cut later this year. So dear friends, please make sure that you watch until the end of this video to hear about all of the details. Also, I will be announcing the winner of yesterday's Walmart gift card giveaway at the end of today's video, so do stay tuned. If you'd like to enter these weekly giveaway, friends, all you have to do is click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, my friends, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways. The bipartisan debt ceiling bill that President Biden signed into law today contains stricter work requirements for those receiving food assistance, along with new exemptions that could widen access for others. Under the new rules, the age of participants in SNAP who need to provide proof of work has been raised from 18 to 49 years old to 18 to 54 years old. That means many low-income Americans in their early 50s without a disability or dependents to care for may become ineligible or face new hurdles in proving they qualify. And at the same time, the bill also exempts veterans, homeless individuals, and young people who are aging out of foster care from SNAP work requirements. It is a provision that the White House and Democrats have touted as a victory. Nonpartisan researchers project that the debt limit bill's changes would slightly expand SNAP rolls on balance by around 78,000 people in an average month. Many conservative leaders and experts at think tanks argue that the tighter requirements are necessary to move more unemployed Americans into the workforce, especially in a historically tight labor market that keeps adding jobs at a surprising rate. But an NBC News analysis of other data paints a more complicated picture. For starters, most families who participate in SNAP, where the average monthly benefit comes in at about $230 per person, are already working. And poverty, not unemployment, is a major challenge they face. More than 42.5 million Americans rely on federal food benefits. Federal data shows that more than 42.5 million Americans rely on federal food benefits, and 4 out of 5 households in the program have at least one family member working. In some cases, a family might have multiple adults, some working and some not. Experts such as Ed Bolin at the Center on Budget and Policy Priorities says that in such families, the adults not in the workforce are often involved in childcare or elder care. Ed Bolin notes that the poverty share and SNAP participation track each other, both rising and falling in tandem. The unemployment rate, on the other hand, often diverges from SNAP enrollment. As the Biden administration noted repeatedly during debt limit talks, work requirements for safety net programs have been a feature of the SNAP program for many decades. But Democrats have broadly soured on the policies in recent years, even as Republicans in Congress and at the state level continue to pursue ways to tighten them. Now, according to CNBC News, the inflation rate has shown signs of easing, following the highest spike in 4 decades. Yet the shock of rising prices continues to have an impact on American consumers. The typical U.S. consumer is looking at gas station or the grocery store and seeing prices elevated and not coming down anytime soon. A growing share of Americans now say price increases have caused great financial hardship for their household. It is a huge increase from November 2022. For many consumers, the big question is how soon they may see financial relief. The Federal Reserve is raising interest rates to combat the record spike in inflation. Consequently, borrowing costs are rising on auto loans, credit cards, mortgages, and student debt. The only pro is that savers can now earn higher rates on their cash. The Federal Reserve's goal is to bring inflation to a 2% target. However, the latest readings show the central bank still has room to go before reaching that goal. The annual inflation rate eased to 4.9% in April per the Consumer Price Index. The Fed's preferred inflation measure, which is the Personal Consumption Expenditures Price Index, was up 4.7% on an annual basis as of April. Moreover, not every price will be adjusted at the same time, such as automobiles or new homes. Some sectors are subject to unique influences, such as supply chain bottlenecks. Inflation tends to create a cycle in the economy by prompting demand for higher wages, which then triggers higher manufacturing costs and therefore higher prices. So when inflation does subside to normal levels, it will do so slowly. A 2% annual inflation rate will add up to more than 20% over a decade. Well, my amazing and awesome friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for this afternoon. Thank you so much, friends, for joining me here and for being part of this community. The 2 winners of yesterday's Walmart gift card giveaway is Naomi Bell and Rosemary Brown. Congratulations, my dearest friends. To claim your gift cards, please check your notifications page and send me a message. Or you could message me on my Facebook page. Friends, I will be announcing 2 more new winners in a video later today. So please make sure that you do stay tuned for those videos. Remember, if you'd like to enter these weekly giveaways, all you have to do is click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you watch and then comment on, my friends, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways.